less French people now, and more American people. So we have our client base. We have a lot of clients in Europe because we're from France originally, but we're growing very, very fast in the US and Asia. We have an office in Hong Kong as well, and in the Middle East too, in Dubai. So we really target like the private equity industry. We target the investors investing in this type of asset, and we do also target the funds, the fund manager actually active in this marketplace. So our solutions are really about managing portfolios, funds, and really replacing Excel and really streamlining all their investments operation on a daily basis.
Okay, Clémentine, let me ask you a question. This is Leon. I'm wondering now, do you manage also these applications or these technologies for them, or do you just sell it to them, train them, and it's self-managed by the companies itself?
Actually, we sell them, but we sometimes do host their applications internally, but it's very rare. It's not very common. It's maybe like 5 or 10% of our global client base, but definitely not over 10%. So we just sell them these applications. They're web based. So we sell them these applications, and we also work with them to implement their systems. But so we can do hosting, but that's very rare. And I think there are only like maybe 5, 6 clients in Europe right now doing that. So it's not the way we're selling anyway.
Well, the reason I asked you the question is, I don't want to take Nate's presentation away about what we are, what we do, but are you looking at Oopgo as a solution for efront, or something that you could extend to your client base?
Well, that's a
or both.
Actually, yeah, that's something just for efront, yeah.
For efront right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, very good.
So I have a quick question. Can you? It doesn't look like you guys are logged online. Do you guys have access to a computer right now?
Yeah, actually, I'm just installing the Citrix plugin. It's our connection's a little slow, so I apologize.
No, definitely no worries. There's going to be
done in like 30 seconds or so.
Maybe until it's installed, you can tell us a little bit about your company.
Definitely. So is things in New York getting cleaned up after the hurricane?
Yeah, we're pretty much back to normal. It was actually, we bounced back pretty quick considering what happened. So yeah, it's been fine.
No, yeah, I haven't had a chance to visit there since that tragedy, but yeah, the pictures looked pretty bad.
Yeah, it's funny because some areas it was like completely different from the next neighborhood over. Like my neighborhood in particular, there was no damage whatsoever, but you go down a few neighborhoods and they were just in devastation, without power, without transportation, so it was pretty interesting.
Crazy, that sounds just like a tornado.
Yeah, it was, I mean, it was specific to where you were located, with the coastline especially. So, okay, so we're just logging in now. It's asking me for a name and an email. Any name and email will be fine?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, perfect. So are you able to see the screen, the Oopgo main page?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and get back to your question. Oopgo is a digital marketing intelligence company. That's what we specialize in. And really what we have developed is a technology which allows companies for the first time to really get the complete picture of all that happens on their website. It allows them to see all this activity. At the core of this technology is our customer interaction recordings, basically their user videos. And as you can see here on the screen, what a user video is essentially a recreation of all the activity that takes place when a person interacts with your website. So clicks, text input, mouse movement, scrolling. We capture all of that, and we're able to recreate the session and kind of put you in the shoes of your customers as they're interacting with your website. And we track a lot of different devices. We can track computers, mobile, as well as tablets. Next, I'd like to show you more of a historical view in how we kind of present all this information that we capture. What we have here is basically all the historical activity of an individual and all they've done on your website. So if we look up here and we click this button. Are you guys familiar with sessions?
How so?
So essentially what we classify as a session is someone comes on your website, they interact with it, they might go to a couple of pages, they leave, then they come back 10 minutes later or a day later. That one particular time is a session. When they come back 10 minutes later, that we would consider that a second session. So how we have this here is these are all the different times this person came to this specific website. And in order for you to kind of get in there, let's say for instance you wanted to see a specific video, you go ahead and click that session, and it's going to go ahead and be put up on that main viewer. A couple of the controls, you can pause the videos, play them. If you wanted to speed them up or slow them down for any specific reason, you can do that as well. But another thing that we really wanted to do is to really give you and put you inside that customer's shoes and allow you to see exactly how they're interacting with your site. And so we adjust depending on the size of their screen, their resolution, things of that nature. Obviously, the experience a person gains from being on a computer is different from a mobile device, and so we want you to be able to see how that user is experiencing your website, no matter what platform they're on. So scroll down a little bit here. This bar right here, the page and current session. So someone comes on your site and they jump from page to page. We're going to go ahead and allow you, if perhaps there's something, a page that's more important to you, maybe somewhere where you can fill out a form, something like that, and you wanted to just jump to that particular page, you'd be able to go ahead and scroll through here and then just click the video that you wanted to see, and it's going to be put back up on that main screen, and you'll just be able to watch that specific part of the session. Down here at the bottom, we have several different analytics. If we look on the left-hand side, the session overview, that's really kind of the micro view. It gives you all the key information for the specific session, lets you know what country they're visiting from, what browser they're using, and their OS, and a couple of different metrics here, how long they were on the site, different pages that they visited. If we look over here on the right side, the customer history, that's exactly what it is. That's the macro view, kind of everything that this person has done on your website through their lifetime visiting your company's website. So here we know how many visits how many times they've come to your website, the number of pages. Are you guys familiar with tagging, segmentation, things that with?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so for us right here we have the different tags for the specific person, and what we allow you to do is to define the criteria that's most important to you, and it will allow you to quickly find those individuals that you're trying to target. So obviously we understand if someone has 1 million people coming to their website a month, they're not going to want to watch 1 million videos. But through this tagging system, it allows you to quickly find those people that you're looking for, and to really drill down and get the information that you're trying to get to convert these people. Leon, do you have anything to add? Leon?
Sorry, I had myself on mute. I had myself on mute. I was talking. Just a little bit more understanding on this is you guys have high-value clients that you may want to target, and based on whatever you consider in your mind a valuable client, we can actually use our tagging system to segment these people based on not only hits, clicks, and page views as is customary in in the analytics market, but on behavior. People who spend time on this page hesitate around a certain keyword. So you can imagine, because of video, the recording sessions, you can now look at behavior and actions as well, put them together and come up with a segment or how you can be able to tag your visitors. That's basically it, Nate.
Okay. And does this all make sense, the videos and kind of how all this is laid out?
A question about the video. It's actually recording the way they're browsing, their interactions.
Correct. It's a recreation of their interaction with your site. So we store I think 1,000 times more data points than the rest of the industry, and what it allows us to do is to recreate every action that takes place on your site. So it allows you to see them move their mouse to where they've clicked, the text input that they've put into the different text fields. So because of the amount of data that we store, it allows us to recreate that session.
And the number, if to put it in a quantitative way, if you have a regular recording that goes on for 10 minutes, you're probably talking about a couple of 10, 20 megabytes of data storage. Because it's not really video technology, it's session recreation. I'll give you an example. 2,000 users browsing for approximately 2 minutes each will have a storage of no more than 50 megabytes. So does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
And was that your question?
Yeah, I was kind of curious about the video, that actual technology, whether it was an actual video or if it was, how that was actually working.
Yeah, it's basically session recreation, not actual video.
Okay.
All right, perfect. So the next thing I'm going to show you here is our live user videos. And what this allows you to do is to see the people who are actually on your site right now. Again, we understand that if you have 1 million people coming to your website a month, there's no way you're going to want to see all of those people as they're actively interacting with your website. But what we can do is we can customize it to where those people that are most important to you, those are the ones that are going to show up, and so that you can look at those people and interact with them as they're actually on your site. And we can use another way of doing that is the tagging system. And maybe what you would do is just look through and look for the specific tags of the people who are most valuable to you and most important. And that way you can find them that way, or we can make it to where only the people that are important are going to pop up. So another feature I want to show you is if there's somebody that you would like to look at a bigger screen, we'll go ahead and you can focus on them, and it's going to bring them up to this main viewer here. You can expand the video to see exactly how they're interacting with your site, and you got a couple of other minor analytics over here. But if you really wanted to get see this customer's history with you, you can go ahead and click View Details. And it's going to go back really to that core, to that historical view, and show you all of the interaction that this person has had with your website. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Leon, do you have anything to... Thank you very much. Leon, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, just the one step back at the live. If you are, if you can identify high-value clients and you've segmented them, and you would like to interact with them, that we have the ability to incorporate a chat. Nate, could you just go to that, show them that live chat button after we focus? So if you're interested in this specific client that has spent several hours or several minutes, sorry, going around your site and has gone to some specific things that you think is important, you could actually engage with them. You could make it look a little bit more reactive, saying, would you like to chat? Don't even say that you're looking at them. But when they say yes, now you know what they're looking at, and you could your online sales or account services can engage with them with the products that they're interested in. They may know that they are looking at software for whatever financial institution or type that the type of software you're selling. So that just keep that in mind about This is this is what we have a patent. No one else has done this ever before. Live monitoring and engagement with clients online.
For other websites, when they have sort of features like this, is
Chat.
it not in a live way? Is this more? Is that more like automated?
Yes, because they actually have it always automated. It goes to everyone, not to specific targets. Sometimes they can target you based on what you visited, but it always sends that chat message. So if someone says select or chat, it will actually trigger a message to your online sales team and will tell them, hey, there's someone who wants to talk to you guys. Talk to them. Here, the difference here is you're actually triggering it. Either you can automate it or do it on an individual basis based on the segmentation that you've decided. You said these type of people I want to see and I want to have the ability to go in and engage. So it will show you those. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. The next thing I'm going to show you here is our member section dashboard, and this is really kind of that macro view, the overall view of what's taking place on your website. We have several analytics here. How many people are visiting your website, what search engines they're coming from, the different countries they're coming from. Down here we have the different keywords they're using to find you, and so on and so forth. A couple more up here. Who they're using, whether they're using a desktop or mobile, average browsing time. And the thing about this specific dashboard is that it's customizable. These are just the default ones that we throw up there. We have a list of other ones that are available, and also we can customize this dashboard to meet your needs if you have specific requests for analytics. And so the other really important thing that I like to show from here is, again, we understand that that you want to be. For me personally, I've always had issues with kind of the high level. What other companies provide, because you can see from a high level what's going on your website, and they can tell you, a person goes from this site to that site. But if I have questions and I wanted to drill down, I really couldn't do that, and that's something that we really wanted to focus on with this product. So, for instance, if you wanted to see what people are coming from Google to your website, we allow you to go ahead and click that, and it's going to bring all those different videos up. And again, with a high number of people coming to your website, we understand that you're not going to want to look at everybody. So again, we give you the ability to filter those results even further. It could be by tags, it might be by events, what country they're coming from, and again, we can customize if there's other things that are important that you would like to see. So at that point, once you get those specific videos of the people that you want, you can go ahead and view the details and go right back to that initial view that we talked about in the beginning and show the historical view of that specific person. Leon, do you have anything to add?
I'm good, thank you.
Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
And for us, we really wanted to be able to drill down on any of this data to get to that level and really figure out what's going on our site and our client's site. The next thing, are you guys familiar with the conversion funnels?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Somewhat,
so one of the
just as far as Google Analytics goes.
Okay. So just like the Google Analytics one, we show you the different steps, obviously, in your conversion. But the real thing, the differentiator for us is, again, being able to show you why people left. So, and this is, from my perspective, this is a very important thing to companies, because if there's a specific conversion that they're looking for and they have these different steps, if 2,000 people are going to the first step and only 300 are going to the second, that's great information, but what I really want to know is why are we losing so many people? And so what you can do is, over here it's going to show you where they left to, which will give you some information, but what we allow you to do even more than that is to drill down even further and to actually see the videos of these people as they're doing step one and show you why they didn't move to step two. And so it really gives you that insight and allows you to optimize your website so that you can get a higher conversion rate. So that's something that we really strive to do here, so that you could, instead of letting you know just the problem, we could try to help you diagnose how you can fix that problem as well. Leon, is there anything else?
Yeah, today I was reading something from Barcelona Tech. It's from the university there. They did a statistic, and they found that 85% of users abandon new websites because they can't find what they want, and they're having a hard time navigating. So based on that, what we can offer at Oopgo is your ability to understand not only people who converted, but people who abandoned. And that's the ability to go in, like Nate showed you, and look at the consumer behavior of the people that abandoned, and then you understand the value of your website more and how you can make it more valuable for people to find their needs if they are struggling. So do you currently do any usability testing or online experience testing for your website?
I mean, what we have right now is kind of a combination of some tools and platforms. The site itself is kind of undergoing certain changes as far as in the near future we're actually going to be doing possibly some redesign, and but we'd have to consider what's been going on as far as usability and user experience on the site before that happens, or at least I'd like to. So
yeah, when do you think you're going to do that?
Sorry?
When do you think you're going to make that change?
Early next year, I think. I mean, it's just a potential goal right now, but I think sometime in 2013.
Okay, superb.
Right now, we don't have any usability really platforms or anything like that. What we use a service called Leadlander. You know it?
Leadlander, is that the one for generating leads?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's really, the only service we have in terms of, knowing who's visiting our website.
Very good.
So that's more like for the salespeople, for the sales team.
Right.
So they know, for example, that they have an existing prospect right now, and that this specific company visited the website, so it's a good sign. It's really about, it's really for the salespeople, and it's not really giving us more information than the name of the company. Right.
So one of the things that's interesting, our tool, a lot of people go, oh, you should become a lead generation tool, especially retail places like the car dealerships we've spoken to. They say, oh, we need a lead generation. It's all about lead generation, which is great. But this is the thing we tell them. A lot of people focus on lead generation, which is good, and they bring traffic to their website. However, even though they may get some valuable information, they're not understanding how to retain them and really be able to convert on the website before they're able to capture them offline. And that's where we say, guys, we can actually help you understand that and be able to make sure you grab their attention so they could be able to spend more time. And when you take them offline, they're a little bit more informed, and you're able to do that. The other thing is, Nate, could you go to the advanced, to the video recordings?
To the video recordings? Okay.
Yeah, please. Currently, the video recordings will show you, if you can go to a view details of one of those.
Okay, 1 second. We'll go here.
Okay, so right now you see here on the top it says no previous videos. But in a situation where we can identify with any other application where if it says this is this customer and this is the name or the name of the company, we can associate this top that shows you like says 10 customer visits. It doesn't have to say 10 customer. It could say 10 ABC Financial, 10 visits from ABC Financial. So you could associate that with a specific type of customization to the actual company, and now you can monitor the activity of these different, you could say prospects or the high-value clients that you already have. You could see what they're doing. So that's one just thing to keep in mind, that this is not just generic, could be also specific to the company itself, especially when you're working with a lead generation company that can give us even more details about these companies.
Do do either of you have any questions over anything that we've shown you?
No?
I'm all set.
All right, great. And so it really sounds with a lot of the things that you've said, like you're moving forward to try to refresh your website and to get better usability out of it. And I think that our product would definitely help you out a lot during that process to really figure out how people are using your website and to really optimize your site to increase conversions and to make it easier for your customers to find what they need to find. What do you think about this system?
I mean, it seems really nice. I've never seen the technology for the sort of the video capturing technology. So that's definitely really interesting.
And it's something that we've spent a lot of time trying to think of the best way to put this together to make it as easy to use as possible, so that you can find that information that you're looking for to make your website as the best that you can and get the most conversions possible. So
is it
with
possible
that,
for you?
Go ahead.
Is it possible for you to tell us about existing clients, or is that something? Is that for another meeting?
No, we can talk about it for sure. Just to tell you a little bit background, Oopgo is basically we're in a startup phase. We currently have, we started selling as of September 1st. We have in the pipeline today 11 clients. One of them is an enterprise client. Have you heard of J2 Global?
I have not.
They own eFax. Have you heard of eFax?
No, sorry.
It's one of the first faxes when they used to do fax going to email. So that's one of the big clients we're working with. We're also working with multiple middle, medium-sized, and large-sized companies on the first they're in trial phase. They want to test it out, which is the next subject I want to get to you. Is would you be interested in a trial so you could really experience it and see how it works for you, especially before you go to your next phase of trying to recreate or rejuvenate your actual website. But going back to the question, 11 clients are in the pipeline right now. So the phase that we say, we go with a commitment, we do the trial, and then we start the customization and implementation.
I see. How does it work with the trial? What are the restrictions?
Well, basically what we do is a lot of websites are built in different ways, so we can never anticipate what we will encounter. So what we do is similar to Google Analytics. You just get a piece of code and you put it. We'll send you the instructions, very simple, on the pages that you want to track. And we will give you ability through a dashboard to monitor for several weeks the activity taking place on your website and let you see how you can engage. It's not going to give you full 100% functionality because that requires setup costs, and we don't want to, unless you're really interested in investing in it in front. That's fine with us. But initially, we'll give you functionality to be able to see and experience how this product acts or how you can use it, especially it's a brand new thing. So after that, we'll sit down and go through a Q&A and see what you feel about it, if it works. If it does, then we'll discuss the next step, which is, okay, here's what the setup costs are, because our costs are divided into three parts. There's a setup cost to customize the small tweaks that your website has different than others. Usually we say it takes anywhere between 10 to 20 hours. Especially on a simple site, it may take less. There's the second part of the fee structure is the fees, the monthly licensing fees, which includes maintenance and hosting. It all depends on how many, what's the traffic on your site. So, for example, currently, do you have an idea, or do you have an idea what the number of visitors or page views that come to your site?
We're getting probably on average a few hundred visitors per day.
Hundreds visitors. So we're talking, okay, in the thousands per month. So so you will actually I can tell you right now where you fall on a monthly licensing fee is around $750 a month for just for ability to have this, run it, do whatever you need to do. And finally, the additional customization, major customization, such as one example is if you want to link all your video recordings, for example, to the lead generation where you can actually start associating them with a name and be able to track accordingly. That's an additional customization. I suggest people use the system for a couple of months before they come up with creative ideas, because they may figure out things that they may need or may not need. And that's what we call additional customizations. So it's a very simple thing, and it's very affordable for companies that are trying to build up their traffic on their website. So that's basically the fee structure.
And just to clarify the steps again of the trial, essentially we would give you the code, you put it on your site. We're going to do a quick quality assurance to ensure everything's showing up right, and that we can, and then we'll go ahead and send you your login information.
Okay, I see.
So would you be interested in something like that?
Yeah, maybe we'll have a discussion with David right after the meeting, and we'll let you know. But that's a possibility, yes.
Very good. Well, excellent. Nate?
Is there any additional questions?
Yes, I mean the tag with event tracking, what is it exactly?
Event tracking. All right, so event tracking, let's see, I'm curious, do we put it on this? Leon, it's on Big Bank, right, Leon?
Yeah, it is. You can go to the second slide that you showed. It's the event, the one that shows the history view.
Oh,
one more.
Key actions?
Yeah, key actions is the event tracking. It's basically the difference between tagging and event, the one before that. The difference between tagging and event tracking is tagging is a multiple of events, including behavioral actions. So you could say, I want the people that came to the first page, went to the contact page, started typing, hesitated, and abandoned. That altogether is